Good morning, dear class 10 students. Dear students, after a long gap, today onwards, let us start the second phase of our video classes. And in the second phase of our classes, we will start with chapter 4, and there we will discuss about the second phase of the Indian national movement. And under this point, we will basically talk about the contribution of Lord Curzon and the role of another Congress party group, that is extremist, or we'd call the radical group. And altogether we will talk the different contributions of these all extremist leaders for the national movement. So dear students, let us then begin our chapter. So let us start with the first paragraph. Lord Curzon's tenure of office as a viceroy from 1899 to 1905 was marked with controversies. So, Lord Curzon's tenure means the working time of his office or being a viceroy of India from 1899 to 1805 was one of the controversies period, or we'd call one of the problematic period. One of his administrative measures that resulted strong resentment was the Partition of Bengal in 1905. And one of the administrative measure of Lord Curzon was that during his time he decided to partition Bengal in two different parts, that is East Bengal and then the West Bengal, and he did it in 1905. And this partition process, or this partition, was very strongly opposed by the people and leaders of Bengal area. This one he did, or this partition he did, in order to break the unity of Indian leaders and then the unity of Hindus and Muslims. So it was considered one of the hidden attack on the national movement. So concealed means hidden attack to the Indian people as well as the national movement. Now let us talk about the scheme of partition. Why Lord Curzon wanted to divide Bengal into different parts. The presidency of Bengal was the most thickly populated province in British India. So during the British time, Bengal was one of the most populated territory. It comprised Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, Chotanagpur, and some other remote areas. So it covers Bengal, Bihar, Odisha, Chotanagpur, and some other parts of remote areas. It had a huge population of over 80 millions. So this is we'd call the population at the time of Bengal area. On July 20, 1905, Lord Curzon announced the division of province of Bengal into the following two provinces. So let us start with the first point. Bengal, which included the western districts of Bengal proper, Bihar and Odisha, with a population of 54 millions, and Calcutta was made its capital. So this part we could call as a West Bengal, and under this West Bengal, almost 54 million people were would call situated, or this is the population of West Bengal, and Kolkata was made the capital of West Bengal. Now, number two, Eastern Bengal and Assam, which comprised the eastern districts of Bengal proper and Assam with a population of 31 millions. So, in the eastern side, and today this Eastern Bengal is known as Bangladesh, and its we call the capital is today Dhaka. So, under Eastern Bengal, we could see almost all the eastern districts of Bengal were put in East Bengal, including Assam and so on. And in this particular territory, almost 31 million people were there, and then Dhaka became the capital of East Bengal from the division time, and today also Dhaka is known as the capital city of Bangladesh. The province of Eastern Bengal was dominated by Bengali Muslims. So in eastern side, almost the Muslims were there. Muslim people were in huge population, and the province of Bengal was dominated by non-Bengal, populated with 31 millions non-Bengalis out of the total of 54 millions. In both the provinces, the Hindu Bengali population became a minorities. So in both the provinces, when we talk about the population of the Hindus, then we could see that the Hindu Bengalis were in very less number comparing to the Muslim Bengali people. The scheme of partition of Bengal was implemented on October 16, 1905. So this was the scheme actually done on October 16, 1905. Now, causes of the partition of Bengal, let us talk about. The main motive for the partition of Bengal, according to the British rulers, was administrative necessity. So, this was the excuse made by the British rulers that since Bengal is one of the biggest territory of India, so it is quite difficult to administrate such a huge territory. So that is what the British rulers said. They said that the province of Bengal was too big to be effectively administered by a single provincial government. So the British viceroy said that since Bengal is very big and it was not possible to rule by a single provincial government, so it needs to be divided in two different parts in order to have the efficient administration system. Now, however, the officials which worked out the plan had other concealed motive. But when we talk about the hidden purpose, the British government, or we'll call the viceroy, had the hidden plan. And what were the hidden plans? Let us talk in points one by one. Bengal was the nerve center of Indian nationalism at that time. So if we talk about the actual reason why Viceroy Lord Curzon wanted to divide is here in the points. The Bengal was nerve center. That means Bengal was the main center of all the national movement in India. So British hoped to stop the rising tide of nationalism by partitioning Bengal. So British tried to control the we call the strong feeling of nationalism from Bengal, and that he could do by dividing Bengal in two parts. Explaining the political purpose behind the partisan, Raisili, the Home Secretary to the government, said Bengal united is a power. Bengal divided will pull in several different ways. One of our main objective or objects to split off and thereby to weaken a solid body of opponent to our rules. So here the Home Secretary said that Bengal has to be divided and also its national system or the strong national movement could be weakened with the partition of Bengal. Now, number two, the partition of state was intended to curb Bengali influence by not only placing Bengalis under two administration but by the reducing them to minorities in Bengal itself. So, the second point says that the Bengali partition of state was intended purposely done in order to break the Bengali influence in the administrative areas, and they wanted to put Bengalis in a minority group so that when the Bengal get divided, then they will be in a minority group, and in that way they cannot strongly oppose and they cannot plan anything against the British. Number three, the partition was meant to foster division on the basis of religion, and also the partition was done in order to divide religions, both Hindus and Muslims. East Bengal would be predominantly a Muslim majority state, and West Bengal have a Hindu majority. So this is the third point speaking that even on the religion basis, the different religious groups were divided. The Indian nationalists clearly saw the design behind the partition and condemned it. But the Indian nationalists, that means the Indian leaders, clearly they understood the purpose of Lord Curzon to divide Bengal into parts was very strongly condemned or opposed. They saw that it was a deliberate attempt to divide the Bengalis on religious and the territorial grounds and thereby disrupt and weaken nationalism in Bengal. So the Indian leaders, they said that the division of Bengal is purposely done. Deliberate means purposely done in order to divide Bengalis on the religious basis and also on the territorial basis. And the most important thing is that to weaken the national movement, Lord Curzon needed to divide Bengal in two different parts. They felt that administrative efficiency could have been better secured by separating Hindus speaking Bihar and Oriya speaking Odisha from Bengali speaking part of province. Moreover, the manner in which the announcement of the partition was made without any regards for the public opinion hurt the sentiments of the sensitive Bengalis. But these all we call the division process are done without the consultation of the Bengali people over there. So these all division processes were done very secretly, so that the leaders and also the Bengali people may not know it, the hidden plan of Lord Curzon and then the British officers. So dear students, today we will discuss up to this paragraph, and if you don't understand any particular point or any particular paragraph, you can send me a question in a WhatsApp number. Thank you.